The intro for our next inductee might sound a little bit like Terry Hansen's from earlier tonight. Youth years in East St. Louis, graduate of Assumption High School, college at St. Benedict's, now Benedictine College, came back to coach at his alma mater. But Larry Wilcox is a football guy. First, an outstanding player, then longtime coach at Benedictine. Here's more on Coach Wilcox's career in a video produced for his induction into the NAIA Hall of Fame in 2017.
I met Larry Wilcox in 1971 when I was a freshman. He was I'm not sure still today if he was a senior, super senior, or super senior.
1979. I came over and interviewed for a job. We went and talked for about 15, 20 minutes, and he said, come on, let's go. And went outside, and we had to pull hoses on the practice field. That was part of the interview process, was could I pull the hoses really well.
I remember the last drill of our third practice was like 100-degree heat, 100% humidity, and you had the beautiful grain mills, like, you know, just thickening the air for you, right? If you weren't vomiting, you soon would be. And I can remember being the first one in line as a freshman for literally getting the snot beat out of me. I mean, I chipped my tooth, my face mask was busted. That's what you get for, you know, lining up first because you want the coaches to see what you can do, right? He came up to me afterwards and he said, hey, keep working like that, kid, you're gonna play here. The work ethic that we learned under Larry and the coaching staff at Benedictine, it was pretty hard knocks.
He very rarely ever talks about winning. He talks more about how one can be successful along the journey.
Well, I like all the wins. It doesn't matter which one it really is. I mean, there's some great games that were in there. You know, the Baker game in the playoffs where we went to the Final Four, and beating Evangel when we were down 3 touchdowns going in the fourth quarter, and coming back and beating them to get to go to the Final Four. Those are highlighted games. I think there's a lot of games where you just, the kids just came together, played really well. Those games are just as fun, just as exciting.
Quarterback will keep it now, makes a late pitch. Looking to the outside, turning it to the inside. Hennessy's going to score. Hennessy to the 40-30. What a cut back to the middle. Touchdown ring.
He has a very soft side that most people do not see.
I can't say enough great things about Larry. I mean, he's just such a super person. I haven't met, you don't meet many people like that in your lifetime. All that he's done for so many players and students at that institution, what a legacy, you know?
We're excited for him, we're excited for the college, and as I shared earlier, it's exemplary of the leadership that he has provided here at Benedictine, in our conference, the Heart of America Athletic Conference, and at the NAIA level.
It's a very well-deserved award for him.
It's very well-deserved that he's in there, and probably overdue, frankly.
I wish Larry congratulations, and we look forward to another 38 years of coaching together.
Let's welcome Larry Wilcox into the St. Louis Sports Hall of Fame.
Okay, well, there is a trend here because, as I mentioned earlier, not only did I graduate from Assumption High School, but St. Benedict's College also. And Larry, I know there's a few people out there in the crowd that you'd like to recognize.
Well, definitely. We've got family here. My brother Mark, my sisters Deborah and Linda and their families, friends, my college classmates. I'm going to have you stand up. You know I like to do that. So everybody stand up real quick. We'll get it over with. Come on. Come on, Pickett. There you go. My wife, Janet. Wave, please. There we go. Thank you. Now, I want to say, though, you know, I followed Terry Hansen as the baseball coach at Benedictine College. So is that a hard act to follow or what, you know? So I was probably the worst scheduler. So when I took over for Terry, I immediately scheduled KU, K-State, Iowa State, Creighton. I didn't know what I was getting into. So.
Well, you may not know it, but Larry is one of the winningest college football coaches in the country at any level. His team's won 305 games during his 42 years as head football coach. But just as with Coach Christoph, it wasn't easy. Actually, St. Benedict's dropped football in 1962, but brought it back as a club program in 1970. And in fact, the guy who did that is in our crowd tonight, John Barasevic. John, would you stand up? In fact, you played for John 1970, 1971, 1972. And then you came back to coach in 73, club football. So what was it like coaching club football at that time?
Well, we were a non-scholarship is the term I would prefer, but Benedictine College wanted to get back into the football business, saw some benefit to that for the college. The students wanted it, and so they moved forward with the program under John's tutelage there. And without that groundwork, we would not have had the program, nor possibly the college that we have today, both that have been very, very successful.
So after about 7 years as an assistant football coach, you become the head coach in 1979 and begin building a football program that's exceeded all expectations.
Well, I was at the ripe old age of 28, I was hired by our president to become the head football coach. It was a challenge because the program had hit a low point, both in terms of participation and success, and so it was going to be a real challenge to bring it back. I was lucky to be able to attract some outstanding players, one of which like Jamie Mueller that you saw in the player photos there that played on 3 Super Bowl teams with the Buffalo Bills, and some other outstanding guys that chose to come to Benedictine College and be a part of what we were building that laid the groundwork for the success that eventually we had.
So your first winning season comes in 1982, and your 85 team goes 10-1, and then the program really takes off from there.
Yeah, we were lucky again to be able to attract some great people, strong work ethic, good students, people that could play together as a team and understood that concept, and we were able to have success winning and getting into the national playoffs, I think, on 14 occasions, 3 times to the Final Four, and really having the consistency that you want in any program.
So it wasn't easy at Benedictine College because your practice field, there were 2 campuses at Benedictine College, one south, one north, and your practice field was on the south campus, and you played your games at the city field, Amelia Earhart Field in Atchison.
Yep. Well, we were 2 colleges to begin with. We were a men's college, St. Benedict's College, a women's college, Mount St. Scholastica. We have tons of alumni in this area from the Belleville, East St. Louis area. The college drew strong from this area. And so I recognized that in order to take the program forward, we're going to have to improve the facilities, and we built a football facility, I think that was second to none in small college football, and then ultimately a stadium on our campus, which we felt would not only benefit the football program, but bringing people to our campus was going to enhance the experience that our fans had on a game day. And I think it helped the college tremendously, and of course, helped to propel the football program to where you wanted it to be.
Sure. So they closed as you mentioned, or you didn't mention, I'm going to mention it. They closed the South Campus. Everything moves to the North Campus, and you first build, as you told me, what you needed, and then looked if you could build more later on. And the first thing was to build the Amino Center on campus.
Well, we needed to build what we need, which was locker rooms, weight room, offices, meeting rooms, and so that we would have something tangible that would be attractive to a 17, 18-year-old recruit, you know. And then later on, we built what we wanted, which was the stadium on our campus and enhancement of the other athletic facilities as well. So we progressively strengthened the program with what we had to offer a student, in addition to the great reputation that Benedictine has academically, enabled us to attract some top-notch athletes and students into our program.
And the amazing thing is you did all these improvements without any cost to the college.
Well, we wanted to minimize the impact, the negative impact financially that football might have on the college, and so we took it upon ourselves to raise the money to build those facilities, improve what we offered our students, and today we've got something that's as good as anywhere you'll find.
So your teams have won 8 Heart of America Conference championships and 14 NAI football championship berths, reaching the national semifinals in '92 and 2001, and you played in the national championship game in 2018. You made your 2020 season your last, and when you did that, you had been with the Raven football program for a total of 49 years. Is that correct?
Something like that. I know your math's probably
So-
better than mine.
Well, I do have a math degree from Benedict's, but a lot of people would dispute that I'm good at math. But that's just amazing to accomplish all of that at the same school. Were you ever tempted to go anywhere else?
Well, I was tempted and there was opportunity, but you know, if you have a chance to work where you want to work, with the people that you want to work with, doing what you want to do, that was, I think, in my best interest. That doesn't work for everybody, and probably that's an anomaly, and very few people choose to do that, but that's what I chose to do for myself and my wife, and we've enjoyed our time in Atchison, Kansas.
I guess so. Been there a long time. Okay, Larry, you're in the NAI Hall of Fame, the Raven Hall of Fame, and now you're the newest member of the St. Louis Sports Hall of Fame.
Thank you, Tim.